Hello, fellow crafters. Today, I am honored to invite you to watch this video, where I'll show you how to set up and cut this paper lantern on your cutting machine. Specifically, I will be working with a Cricut machine, and therefore, with Cricut Design Space. First, once the SVG file is loaded, I'm going to reduce the template size to 25%. This allows us to see all the elements and layers clearly. As you can see, the entire set loads as a group by default. We will keep them grouped for now while we finish the setup. Next, I want to show you the size of all the layers. This paper lantern is designed to be used with 12 by 12 inch cardstock. The original template is 9.88 inches tall, but remember, SVG files can be resized. Here, I'll show you how we can make the lantern larger. By keeping the set grouped and changing the height to 11.5 inches, we can still make a larger lantern and use 12 by 12 inch cardstock. This time, however, I'm going to do something different. I'm resizing the template to a smaller size. This is so I can use the cardstock I have available, which is A4 size, or 8.3 by 11.7 inches. Keeping the set grouped, I'll set the height to 8 inches. You can see here that the largest layer of this design now fits within an 8 by 8 inch area. Ultimately, I will work with a size of 8.1 inches. When you downsize a template, please keep your machine's limitations in mind. Sometimes, machines struggle with cuts that are too small or very intricate. Now that the size is defined, it's time to configure the score lines. My download includes 2 files. The file starting with SVG has dashed cut lines for folding and requires no extra setup. The file starting with score lines has solid lines. This one is for configuring score lines and using tools like the scoring stylus or scoring wheel. The same applies to the studio files for Silhouette Cameo. In the right-hand panel, select all the layers that are fold lines by holding down the Shift key. Notice that the selected lines turn blue. Now, in the top menu, change the operation from Basic Cut to Score. Now, it's time to ungroup. Click the icon in the top right corner. Next, we will select each layer along with its corresponding score line. I'll click outside the 2 layers and drag my cursor over them. Then, in the bottom right panel, go to the Attach icon and click it. Apply this process to all the layers that need it. Attaching is essential. If you skip this step, the score lines will separate and end up on a different cutting mat. I noticed I forgot to change the lid's fold lines from cut to score, but that's not a problem. I can do it right now. Once this step is complete, it's time to click Make It. If you'd like, you can save the project to use later. At the top, you can see that we need to prepare 5 cutting mats. On the mats, you'll notice that both cut and score functions are active at the same time. I'm going to organize the layers on the mats to fit the cardstock size I'm using. Once this is ready, click Continue to choose your cut settings. One of my favorite settings is Intricate Cut 480 pound cardstock. I'll select it now, but you can find it in the list by clicking Browse All Materials. Here's a trick I use: since my cardstock is slightly heavier than 80 pounds, I go into Material Settings and increase the pressure to about 300. For the score lines, I'll be using the scoring stylus. Now, it's time to head to our cutting machine. Here are my recommendations for a perfect cut. Number 1. Use a cutting mat with enough grip. Number 2, make sure your blade is sharp. Number 3, use high-quality, 80-pound cardstock. Number 4, use the intricate cut setting. And number 5, this one is optional, use the mirror function when cutting. I use a bone folder to apply pressure and make sure the cardstock is well adhered to the mat. I also place some tape on the corners and sides. To cut this vellum, I'm using the 32 pounds setting with 2x passes. And here are all the pieces. We have the parts for the body, the base, and the lid. Now, let's assemble our lantern. My tips for assembly are: fold along all the score lines, and sharpen your creases using a bone folder. I'm using UHU all-purpose glue, as it works well with most materials and provides a very clean finish. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to subscribe to our channel, where we will continue to create beautiful, optimized cut files. If you don't have this template yet, you can find it and others from this set in the link in the description. Besides the tips I've shared, using a high-quality SVG is very important. We focus on creating files with clean lines so your machine performs at its best. This is a beautiful lantern, perfect for centerpieces at a Coquette-style celebration. We have other matching templates, and I'll leave the links for those in the description as well.